about Justin Fields' last two games. Justin Fields' last two games, we've seen the numbers 43 for 64, 699. Is that 699? 699 total yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a 131.3 passer rating. So as Bear fans watch this, which y'all are absolutely loving me on TikTok, thank you guys so much for the first ever TikTok to not only go over 100K, but we're pushing to 200K. I've got 200 followers just from that one post. You're absolutely showing out for me on TikTok, Bears fans, and I love and appreciate y'all for it. So as Bears fans see Justin Fields do this, yes, against the Commanders, yes, against the Broncos. I like the Commanders' victory better, but the Commanders still giving up over 30 points for now 3 or 4 straight games. And the Broncos have the worst defense in the NFL, allowing over 30 points per game. The Commanders, ironically, coming in second with the second worst defense in the NFL. So did Justin Fields possibly buy himself more time with the two best career games that he's got? I don't know if I can necessarily say that because, again, it's against the two worst defenses in terms of points per game. Denver at 36, Washington at 32, and Washington, I stand corrected, they've given up 30 plus in 4 straight games now. And I understand you got to take a first step. In order to take a first step, and you have to show a flash of something, you can't necessarily help who you're playing in front of you because the schedules are made. But Justin Fields didn't come out and ball out. But we have to add the context to everything that we're talking about here. No joke, two of Justin Fields' 4 best games came in the last 2 weeks. If you go look at his most pass yards per game, touchdowns in a game, the best completion percentage, the efficiency that he was going up against, it was against 2 NFL defenses that are allowing over 30 points per game, which is not a recipe for success defensively in today's NFL. And you guys have seen me come on here and defend Justin Fields. There's multiple videos on the channel. I got into a 24-minute in-depth debate defending Justin Fields and what's been happening. And you got to take that first step to make progress. But when I look back at these games, y'all, he still had 0 pocket presence. He's still staring down his targets. He's still got a lot of slow releases. And just the habits that people down him for were still present there. So it's not really like anything changed besides the competition. Did Justin Fields overcome something? No, not really. Did Justin Fields possibly become a better player for this? I'd hope so. He had a touchdown pass to put them up 28-7 against Denver that I thought was really nice. I'll give him credit in that play. Now, the fumble that Denver scored on, I really don't think was as much of Justin Fields' fault as everyone says it was. His arm was hit as it was going backwards. If that happens, another few moments with the arm going forward, that's an incomplete pass. I thought the interception looked to kind of be a miscommunication between him and the receiver, obviously in that Denver game when he does throw the interception to lose the ball game. But them bringing in DJ Moore and Justin Fields are now starting to mesh very well. You got to love what him and DJ are doing, growing that connection in both of those games. Now, we did have a couple of outside risky throws, I thought, to DJ Moore in that Washington game that were almost interceptions. So that could have swung the swing that could have swung the momentum of the game. And you even look in that Washington game as well. He had 2 missed throws to Darnell Mooney, early on in that game. Just too much heat on those throws realistically. But the fact that Darnell Mooney seems like getting more into that offensive scheme, and he was a good target for Justin Fields over these last couple of games, especially in the Washington game. And he's got the safety blanket in Cole Kmet, clearly proving big for him. Couple of touchdown passes, 3 touchdown passes over these couple of games for Justin Fields. And I've always said, a quarterback is way different when they have that safety blanket. Now, I thought Justin Fields kind of did have an ugly decision at the end of the first quarter against Washington. He got sacked, and he's literally just heaving it as he's falling down. You got to get that out of your system. That's high school stuff. That's rookie year stuff. Maybe early second year stuff, but realistically, like the talent that Justin was, where he was drafted, you want that stuff out of your system first year at the latest, if we're being realistic, right? He took a bad sack due to some indecision with about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter of the Washington game as well. So even though the Washington game, they blew him out, he played kind of worse, obviously, because of the numbers being so great. Played worse in the Commanders game and ends up winning, but he plays damn near perfect with the exception of the last few drives, which I think 3 straight drives ended up the way it does. I don't believe we can say perfect for that performance. Plays damn near perfect and ends up blowing it. So there's just inconsistencies here with realistically Justin Fields' game. And again, y'all know I love him. I defend him. I want Justin Fields to be able to succeed in this league. I love Justin Fields as a prospect. He is one of my best players. I've contemplated buying his jersey. I watched him at Georgia get misused by Kirby Smart. So I would love for all of this to be a reason that Justin Fields does get more time. But I think it bought him a little bit of time because he still choked away the Denver game. And overall, I predicted this team winning 8 games, but now that they're playing the way that they are, I see maybe 5 wins on the schedule, if I'm being honest. I mean, they could split with the Vikings, they could split with the Lions solely for the fact of it's the defensive rivals, but you can also bring that into consideration of, okay, would they really win those games? Because I know for a fact the Vikings and the Lions are better than the Bears right now. They can maybe beat the Panthers. They could possibly beat the Cardinals. But again, with the way that the Bears are playing, I thought they would be better than this. I think a lot of people thought that they would be better than this. Bryce Young's probably going to get nice and comfortable by the time the Bears do see them. The Cardinals, of course, they beat the Cowboys. So I think they personally have the will to beat just about anybody, despite of how you feel about the Cowboys. It was still a good win for them. I wanted them to be that team that won the NFC North this year. I had them winning the NFC North this year at 8-9. I had the NFC North being one of the worst, one of the worster. Why am I struggling on that? One of the worst divisions, Lord, of the year. But Justin Fields bought himself a little bit of time with this. There's still a very good chance that Justin Fields is going to get moved off of for Caleb Williams if the Bears have the number 1 pick in the draft. Are they tanking for Caleb? Who really knows? And again, Justin Fields played really good these last couple of weeks. 2 of his 4 best career games came in the last couple of weeks. But it was also against 2 of the literally the 2 worst defenses in the NFL in terms of points per game, giving up 36 points per game and giving up 32 points per game. Just wow.